Alrighty, folks, we are back for the second half of our show today. Unfortunately, Mike has been summoned back to his duties in the real world, and so he will not be able to join us for the second half. But gang, we still got some business to attend to, so
Yeah.
let's get to it. Cal, you see as you sort of circle around the fleet that the ghost army is now still no longer being able to effectively carry out their order. And you sort of see that most of the Solanese sailors' attention is turned to kind of helping people get out of the water, helping to put out the fire that somehow got started on that sail on the ship.
Mysterious. Very mysterious.
Doing what they can to like salvage boats. And then there's sort of this shudder in the water. And then a boat is knocked out of the way as this massive, bulky frame rises. This gigantic, scaly creature with this demonic face rises into view with a maw filled with 3 rows of razor-sharp teeth and these rotting yellow eyes. And right at the center of its head, above these eyes, you see the distinctive purple mark of one of the runes, as well as on the 2 enormous sort of front flippers that hold it aloft. And in one of 3 tentacles that it still has, you see the coughing, shaking figure of Helena.
Ugh.
What do we do?
Well,
Well said.
yeah. I guess.
As you doubt, it opens its mouth and with a roar lets out a cloud of steam that envelops a nearby ship. And after a moment, you actually see some of the sails and some of the wood start to catch on fire as this thing's massive breath is able to just like heat things that quickly.
Okie dokie. Okay. First, I think I'm going to yell, Uldar!
You sort of see the stalwart figure look up at you.
Yeah. Attack the runes!
And you sort of see as the ghost swarm, the horde, charges at this thing.
Yeah. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna direct Volt to fly around to the tentacle holding Helena.
Cool.
And yeah, I is that all I can do? Did my shouting count as?
I think that given that this thing is a little bit further away, that would probably eat up all your action for this turn.
Okay.
Just like getting in the vicinity of it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Helena, your turn.
I would like to try and get free, please.
All right.
I get an 18.
Oh my god, with an 18, yeah, you struggle out of this tentacle's grip. You wriggle, you pull, you flex, and then you are tumbling down towards the water.
Okay.
And then a moment later, splash, you hit the water.
Okay. Can I do anything?
You have done a lot. You have freed yourself. If you want to try to swim away from it, you could do that.
And maybe try and swim back to where Cal is sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me an athletics check.
And if I pass Satus on the way, I could take him too.
You
that didn't
actually
go very well.
see as Satus rises from the water telekinetically, Cal, as you approach. It seems that some mind flayers have noticed that like this happened and are bringing him back on board the ship the way that you guys were lifted back during your training sessions with Volt. It seems that he is still and once again sort of in that like intermittent state of catatonia that the curator has inflicted upon him, but he seems to not be in any more immediate danger than anyone else in this fleet.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Mind Flayers. And I think if I can, as a reaction to seeing Helena free herself, I'll direct Volt to kind of go down towards her.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
That's cool?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty. Anything else, Helena?
I got a 12 on athletics, whether I'm aiming at a dragon or just forward.
I think
that's
that
what I
just
got.
means that you get farther away from the creature. Yeah.
Yay.
But let's see, because it is now the monster's turn. I'm just taking a quick look at something here. Okay, no. So one tentacle is going to whip out towards you, Cal.
Uh-oh.
That is a natural one. The tentacle swings,
Yes,
but
that
you
will
and
not
Volt,
hit.
twirl around out of the way.
Okay,
Swing and a miss.
great.
The second tentacle, just as you are about to reach Helena, it whips down, grabs her, and wraps around her once again, lifting her out of the water and causing only 5 points of damage. No, excuse me, only 8 points of damage. Bludgeoning damage.
Getting pretty bad. Getting pretty bad.
Not great.
Okay.
And we lost our healer.
Just a sidebar. I firmly and in my soul believe that we each have 2 superior healing potions from
Yes,
Maeve that we didn't use.
you
in
do.
Rock.
I
Whether we can
believe.
reach them, I don't know, but I'm just saying. That's
Yes,
a
I
thing.
believe you are correct.
Cal.
Yep, I have that written down.
Great.
Okay, so seeing this, Cal is now going to pull Volt back up and direct him again to bite the tentacle holding Helena.
All
My
right.
God,
roll me
it
an
will
attack.
work one
Roll
of
me an
these days.
animal handling check first, with advantage.
Okay. Well, I got a natural 20.
Well.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I think
Don't
that
even
I think,
need to roll
I think that
again.
means that
Yeah.
Volt gets to try to bite it twice. So roll me a
Okay, great.
d20.
Okay. 16.
With a 16 on the tentacle does hit. So roll me 2d10.
Okay, 2d10. 8 total.
Okay. Roll me another attack roll. Roll me another d20, please.
No, that's a natural one.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The first one is so good, and you kind of whip back
Yeah.
around, and he just like is about to take the bite when the tentacle moves, and instead he kind of just like lands his nose against it and sort of like recoils, slightly shaking.
Ah.
Okay, I think that's
it.
probably all you can do, Cal.
Yeah, probably. Unless somehow that counted as Volt's turn.
No.
No. Yeah, I imagine
Your
that's
loyal
probably
steed
all I can do.
is only
Yeah.
does what you command it to do. The command is the action. Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Helena?
Well, then, yeah.
I guess I should try and get free again.
All right.
Yeah. I get an 18 again.
Okay, an 18 frees you. That's very, very good. Yeah.
Is it?
You once again tumble into the water.
Okay. Great. Can I swim somewhere further away from it?
Roll me an athletics check.
Okay. I get a non-natural 23.
With that, you're able to put
Nice.
some distance away from it.
Yes.
At this point, you see as the first of the ghosts start to reach this creature and climb on top of it.
Nice.
But it is its turn, so it will use one tentacle to swipe down at ghosts, actually knocking some of it off its frame. It will use one to attack you, Helena. Does a 15 hit you?
15 is my armor class, so yes.
Yeah,
right?
if it meets it, it beats it. And that will be 7 points of damage. Actually, Beth,
Okay.
like, do you want to use have used a reaction your last turn to taking that
I
potion?
did not. Yes, maybe. Yes. Okay, yes. Good. That would be amazing.
Yeah, if you want to do that, go
Okay.
ahead and do it.
I'm gonna take one of my potions of superior healing. Hooray.
Terrific.
Which is normally they're 2d4, right? So maybe is that right?
A potion of superior
check.
healing is 8d4 plus 8.
Amazing. Okay. I'll just do this to myself, shall I? Well, then.
As while you do that, so you're once again grappled out of the water. The other tentacle is going to come for you, Cal.
Okay.
That's a natural one, so no.
Yes.
All right. Cal, what are we doing?
Okay. I can go try to pick up Helena.
Helena is
Or-
once again grappled by this tentacle, remember.
I thought she was freed.
But this thing
She
just
got
attacked her
grappled
once
again?
again. Yes.
Ah, jeez.
But I'm slightly more healed, so that's cool.
That is good. That is good. I think we're gonna mix it up just a little bit. And oh jeez. No, I'm gonna go back and try to get Helena. So or at least try to do some damage again. So I will again direct Volt back to the tentacle and have him bite.
Okay. Roll me animal handling with advantage.
Okay, so that's a 15.
Mm-hmm. That'll do it. Roll me a
Okay.
d20.
16.
Yeah, roll me 2d10, please.
2d10. Total of 10 damage.
Wonderful. The tentacle is looking fairly bad at this point.
Okay.
Anything else, Cal?
And I don't think I can do anything else, right? Unless I can try to reach out and grab Helena. But that would probably be an action.
I mean, I don't. You could try to like take her, but she's still grappled. You would need to
I can't reach her at all. Any part of her.
to try to accomplish what?
To pull her out of the tentacle.
That would take a strength check that requires an action that you have already used.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So I'm just gonna, stay flying.
Like you could like reach her and sort of reassuringly lay a hand on her cheek and go,
Oh.
Yeah.
"It will all be fine."
Yeah. How mean would that be?
Appreciate the thought.
Yeah.
Helena, what are we doing?
Yes. I'm gonna try and get out of this grapple.
Great.
Hopefully towards in the direction of Cal and Volt. And I get an unnatural 20.
All right. Wow. You tumble down and hit the water.
Can't believe I had the water again. It's just up and down and up and down and up. Okay, great. I don't really know what to do anymore. I'll just stay here.
You could try to get
No,
on
like-
the creature.
Okay, I'll try and get on the creature. Top side.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's-
Roll me an athletics check.
I get 26.
Yeah, with that, you are able to climb onto the back of the creature, where you see a couple of
Yes.
ghosts have reached one of the runes and are swinging at it, causing
The ghosts.
no damage.
Damn it.
Ugh. They're great, but they're not that great. Okay, I gotta get out of the way.
Yeah.
Let me through.
Okay. Next. So one tentacle will once again attack ghosts and knock some of the ones actually that were in front of you sort of away from the rune. One will come for you, Helena.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing that a 13 does not hit.
It does not hit. Hooray.
All right, very good.
Hooray.
Joy.
And one will swipe at you, Cal, which I'm guessing that a 22 does hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It will whip and just like grab you straight off of Volt's back, squeezing you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Causing 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay for now.
Okay.
Alrighty. It is now Cal's turn.
So I know that like lightning didn't seem to do like a whole lot of damage, but since I'm being held by it, and so thus I feel like I can touch it.
Sure, yes.
I would like to cast Shocking Grasp.
Are you wet?
and
Yeah,
see
you will
what
shock
happens.
yourself with this grasp.
Well,
Will
fine.
Also, does shocking
okay,
grasp have a somatic component?
Yeah, but I'm touching it.
That you still need to make some mystical hand gestures
Oh,
before you
jeez.
touch the
Okay,
thing.
Fine. Okay, fine. So I guess I will, let's see. I guess I will, try to, ooh. Wait a second.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Can I Misty Step?
Oh, fascinating.
If
Yeah.
if I'm being grappled? Okay. All right. I would like to cast Misty Step, and that only has a verbal component.
Yeah.
To teleport myself
Yeah.
onto the back of the creature.
Sort of like next
Yeah,
to where
join
Helena
us.
is.
Yeah.
Join
yeah.
us on the back.
You appear there.
Mate.
Okay. Great. And that was a bonus action, actually. So
Yep. Misty Step is awesome.
Yep, it's super awesome. So then let's see. Can I see one of the
Yeah.
runes? Okay.
There's a bunch of ghosts going at it and not getting anywhere.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah, just
try casting let's try casting another ice knife at it.
All right. Roll me that attack roll.
Okay.
And again, sort of like now from this perspective, you see that it's like this like jagged piece of like stonework that is impaled upon the creature.
Right. Right.
And above it, in the air, floating above it, is that like purple rune. It's very
Right.
similar to the situation with the rock.
Okay, cool. So I rolled a 15 plus 8 for 23.
That will for
to
sure
hit.
do it. Roll me that damage.
Okay, great. And so okay, so it's a no, not lightning bolt, ice knife. Okay, so it's 1d10 piercing damage. Oh, geez, that's a 3. But then it explodes, and I'm casting it again at 3rd level, so it's going to be 4d6 of ice damage. And that is 14.
The metalwork cracks and then shatters, and then the rune fades away.
Yes! Cow.
Ah!
Amazing.
Oh, thank you.
This is the one that was sort of at the bottom of its spine. You see
Okay.
one more halfway up its back, and then one
Okay.
more at the top of
And
its
there
head,
was
as
the
well
one
as
that's
on
on
its
top of
side.
its head.
Yeah, and the sort of
Okay,
like
so
arm
there's 3.
extremities.
So there's
There's four
there's
more.
3 more.
4 more.
There's 4 more. Okay.
Oh, whoa.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
At the moment, ghosts are still ineffectively swinging at these things, by the way.
Okay. So
Okay.
I think we're realizing that's not gonna work. So can I shout, Uldar? Change of plan. Go after the tentacles.
At once, the ghosts look up, almost like a dog that has realized the sudden presence of a squirrel. and then they
Yeah,
sort of swarm towards the tentacles.
Nice.
Those ghosts are so cool.
Yeah, I love these goats.
Helena.
Yeah, I would like to have a go at the nearest rune, if I can get to it.
It is... I think that you probably would need to use your turn just to get there. This is quite a large monster. What's your walking speed?
Oh, what a question. I can do 30 feet.
Yeah, you would definitely need to dash to get to this thing. And I think that would also take a dexterity check because you are running up the back of a slippery, scaly, wet monster.
Okay. Is it dangerous to go alone? Should I be flying, maybe? Oh, heck.
I think
Well,
If you can
you
fly.
could fly to the further one, and I could just try and... I could see if I fall flat on my face, couldn't I? Let's see what happens, maybe. Do you think?
well, I do want to call Volt here next turn and try to get back on him.
I'm gonna dash towards this room.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, with the athletics and then with the fun saving throw?
Yes, please, please.
Great.
Let's start with the dexterity check. It's not a saving throw, it's just a dexterity check.
Okay, then. Huh. I get an 18 plus 1 for 19.
Yeah.
How surprising.
Helena, graceful as ever,
Yeah.
runs up the monster's back, her boots finding purchase on its scales.
Outstanding. Outstanding.
Beautiful.
Great. And then athletics?
No, I think then you just dash and get there.
Yes. Okay. So next time,
Yeah.
maybe.
So you are now sort of next to this room,
Yes.
Great. Awesome.
which will unfortunately draw the creature's attention. So it will use one tentacle to whip at Volt,
No.
which
Didn't do any harm.
it's not. The tentacle whips past him. It will,
Good boy, Volt.
it will use one tentacle to whip at you, Cal,
Oh boy.
which 14?
Does not hit. I
Okay.
believe. Yeah, my armor class is 15.
So strong these days.
I know. Look at me.
But Beth, I'm thinking that a 23 does hit.
Yeah, just very slightly.
It
Just a-
is only 8 points of bludgeoning damage, but the creature once again lifts you off its back.
Ah.
Will it ever get a fuck?
And we're now at the top of the order, Cal.
Okay, I think Cal. I can't actually do it, but we'll like whistle for Volt.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
I think that neither one of us can do, but we both know exactly what it sounds like.
Exactly.
Bet Mike could do it.
I bet he could.
God.
I bet he could. And kind of call Volt to her.
Yeah, roll me just like an animal handling check.
Okay. 19.
He swoops down and sort of like slows down his flying long enough for you to jump in. You are back on the dragon's back.
Awesome. Okay. And I imagine that's all I can
Yeah, I think so.
do this turn, or unless I were to take a potion, but I don't need to yet. So
Okay.
we're good.
Alrighty, Beth.
Okay, so since wearing it probably won't help, I think I'm just going to try and wriggle free again.
All right, let's try it.
Yep. Oh dear God. Okay, I get a 12.
You do not wriggle free.
No. I am very frustrated though.
Fair.
Well, I'm gonna need to
How many-
check on something. 3 tentacles remain, one of which is looking very, very
Okay.
bad.
Okay, you read my mind.
Yeah.
That was my question. 3 tentacles remain. One looks very, very bad, but that's not the one holding Helena, probably, right?
It is not.
Okay.
Beth, what's your armor class?
15.
Okay, very good. Okay, so Beth, you take 9 points of piercing damage as the tentacle brings you to the creature's giant maw, and you are swallowed whole.
For goodness sake.
Cal, what would you like to do?
Oh my god.
Me, Cal?
You, Cal.
Me, Cal?
All eyes turn to Calstoga Vance.
Oh, jeez. I mean, I don't think it will be helpful for me to try to go after her. So I'm just gonna have to hope that Helena does some damage inside this thing's body. So I am going to... What's the nearest rune that I can see?
Probably either the one on kind of its left extremity or in the middle of its back.
Okay. I'm going to choose the one on its left extremity. And what should we do? I mean, I can keep doing Ice Knife. That seems to work okay. So this thing, is it totally immune to lightning?
Doesn't seem to have taken any lightning damage from what you've seen.
Okay. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna aim another Ice Knife, but this time at level 5.
Oh my.
At yeah, we're not messing around.
The
I'm
one
mad.
with its left extremity.
Yeah, the one on its left extremity. So, let's see. That's a 16 plus 8 for a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, great. The piercing damage is 7.
Okay.
And then it is going to be, I believe it's 5d6. Or is it 6d6? I think it's 5d6. So that's 8, 13, 15, 17 cold damage.
The creature roars as the metalwork object underneath that rune explodes outwards. And then a moment later, you see as this tentacle covered in ghosts all hacking at it collapses down into the water.
Yes. Okay.
Anything else, Cal?
I mean, I think I'd like to just direct Volt to fly away from the thing.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Okay, great.
Helena, you are somewhere dark and wet
Oh, God.
and awful.
Ew.
I'm sure.
What would you like to do?
I can breathe?
For now.
Can I see anything like a sort of interestingly flapping bit of epiglottis or something so I can slash at?
Well, its mouth is closed, so you are in darkness.
So no. Okay. Am I...
The longer,
I'm not...
as you are there, though, there is sort of this flow of muscle directing you onwards.
I don't like that. Can I run against it and try and bash my way through those teeth?
Yes, the teeth are now quite a ways away. Like you've been carried further in by the current of saliva, or perhaps just seawater that is all around you. But you can definitely try to fight the current.
Whereas if I... what do I think will happen if I just stab down?
They'll definitely do some damage.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's try that. Let's try
Just
stabbing it.
Plunge icebreaker down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I can detect a sort of slightly softer seeming area.
It's all somewhat soft and goopy and tissuey.
Good, then it should hurt more.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. This is me trying to stab it. Oh dear. 14.
14 total?
Yes.
No, ma'am. You bring your sword down, expecting it to plunge down, and find that there is probably bone directly beneath you because it barely sinks an inch into the flesh.
God. Okay, well, I'm going to try not down, but to this. Am I near the sides of it? Probably not.
You can try to find your way to the sides.
I'm going to try and find my way to the side. Maybe I can cut through its ribcage.
Okay. And with a little bit of movement, you eventually sort of find kind of a side wall. But again, you sort of suspect in your disoriented state that you've been carried further in towards the bowels of the creature.
Oh, God. I hate it. It's disgusting. Okay. Nevertheless.
Roll me that second attack roll.
Yep. 16.
16 does not do it. You once again clang, find yourself meeting some resistance that is more than you could expect.
God damn.
All right, we're going to come back to Helena's adventures in the belly of the whale shortly. But for now, back on the exterior, it will try to whip at you, Cal and Volt, in the air. 13, Cal?
Doesn't hit.
Okay. It will raise another tentacle, but then a cannon blast will ring out, and you will see as the tentacle explodes in a bit of fleshy messiness. And another tentacle will fall down into the water, ruined. The creature will bellow, making the air around you positively vibrate. But it's now your turn again, Cal.
Okay, so we're down to one tentacle.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And we've got still three runes.
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna let the ghosties and the Solanese Navy take care of the tentacle.
Seems prudent.
Yep. And I'm gonna fly over to the other one on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe?
Yep, you can do that.
I can do that? Okay, cool. And I mean, I hate to be a broken record, but if it ain't broke,
Hey, that ice knife brought down that bird.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We love the ice knife.
So, yeah. So I am going to cast Ice Knife again, this time at 4th level.
Okay.
That's a 19 plus 8 for
19.
27 to hit.
27 will hit.
Okay, great. 5 piercing damage, and I think it's then just 3. No, it's 4d6.
Okay.
4d6.
Cook that up for me, please.
That's 15.
Once again, you see the shattering metalwork as another rune disappears.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
work.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do, Cal?
No, I think just again, like, fly away from the creature as much as possible.
Alrighty. Meanwhile, in the dark, moist place.
Oh, God.
Yes, okay. I would like to put on my cap of water breathing as a precaution.
Okay. Yeah, you got it.
Can I also light my tinderbox that I'm sure I do have if it's not too wet?
It's pretty wet. You've been in the water a lot. Like, you can try, but like that's gonna take a second. Like, I don't think that it is neat and ready to catch on fire.
Okay, in that case, I am going to try and charge up back the way I came to the land of the living, beyond the teeth.
Roll me an athletics check and roll it good.
Okay. I get a 26.
With a
pretty
26, you feel yourself moving back towards the gullet. And just as you feel that you are making progress, there's this sudden, it almost feels like a mass comes and meets you and knocks into you. Could I have a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yes. 17.
With 17, you're not quite knocked off your feet, but you are dragged downwards. And you don't quite know how far back you are taken into the bowels. But eventually you're able to sort of maneuver around the mass. And in your disoriented state, you're not completely even sure. You think you know which way you just came. But around the water, which has started to rise up and is now at your knees, you start to feel a slight bubbling and sizzling.
Oh no.
What?
We are now
Like it's getting hot.
we are now back outside. As the one remaining tentacle will try to whip at you, Cal.
Okay.
And that's a natural one. I
Yes!
think I got a defective boss monster. All these ones, Jesus.
I mean, Volt is just so good.
He is just
at-
weaving and dodging
He
through
is
the
just
air.
weaving and dodging. He is like a leaf on the wind.
Cal, what are we doing?
Okay. I think I want to swing around to the front.
Okay.
To the
one at the
one-
top of the head.
Yeah, cuz I want to get it to open its mouth.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, is there anything else I can use but ice knife? No, I mean everything else I have except for firebolt. I guess I could try a firebolt. We don't actually know whether it takes fire damage or not because I lit the boat on fire. Yeah, okay. Just for the heck of it, I'm gonna try casting a firebolt at this thing.
Okie
At the rune.
All right, do it.
Okay, that's a 16 plus 8 for 24.
That does hit.
That does
It
hit.
finds its mark.
Great. And then that's going to be 2d10, which is going to be 13
Yep.
fire damage.
The fire hits it, it glows, and then it explodes in a cloud of metal.
Okay.
Anything else, Cal?
And then I'm gonna fly away from the open, from the front of the thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly around the side.
Beth,
Yes.
what are we doing?
So that it's not great, is it?
I would definitely describe it as subpar.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty suboptimal about the whole thing. I feel like, 1, I've always had a rope. 2, there must be something that maybe I could tie myself to so that I go less far down.
Sure.
Like, even if I don't get out, I maybe don't go so far down.
Okay. For example?
Like, some dangling bit of its anatomy.
Which again, you cannot. You are in the dark.
Okay.
Like I think that getting creative is the right thing to do here, but I definitely need a little bit more. And there is a lot of biology that is making that you are working against.
Okay. Helena's freaking out, but no, I will not freak out. I will,
Helena freaking out. Beth, cool as a cucumber.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm very... Okay.
Very cool.
We need to figure out something. We either need to light the tinderbox or we need to feel around until we have something else to go on, I think. So we'll be exploring a little bit. We're going to be exploring a little bit with hands and feet
Okay.
to see what is around us.
I think that it'll be a perception check then.
Okay, great. Yeah, I get a non-natural one, so...
You splish, you splash, you feel around, you walk around, you feel something kind of hard, then you realize that it is a part of a ship, you sort of feel around, and then you are hit by kind of a wave of water that almost knocks you off your feet, but it doesn't quite. And you are feeling around when you are suddenly having the strange sensation of, why am I suddenly like feeling more than I expected to? And you realize that it is that your gloves have started to dissolve away as you take that is 27 points of acid damage.
Okay, so the terrifying thing about that is I'm now down.
No!
And the black goes even darker as outside the creature turns, its eyes finding you, Cal. And you see as it takes a deep breath, and then there is a flash of lightning in front of it, and 3 bolts of lightning go out. One goes straight at you, one goes at one ship, one goes at another ship. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. 12?
12 does not do it, and this lightning bolt sneaks its way at you, hitting you, and causing 19 points of lightning damage as it connects with you.
Okay.
You are stunned, you are shaken, but a moment later the pain passes, just as you see a rain of splinters fall down from where it has now blown holes in 2 more of the Solanese ships. The ghosts hack away at it, and its last tentacle falls to the water. Emma, no pressure.
Okay.
This turn may be make or break.
Do I get Helena? Do I try to get Helena, or do I go for the thing? I think I have to go for the thing. Okay, we're gonna go for the thing.
Okay. So Volt flies towards its remaining
Volt
rune
flies
on
towards the remaining.
on its sort of right extremity.
Yep. And we're not messing around here, so we're gonna throw another ice knife at level 5.
Okay.
Okay. $17.
17 will hit.
Okay. And then it is 5d or 1. Okay, so 9 piercing damage.
Very good so far. Promising.
And 19 points of cold damage.
The last rune crinkles and then explodes as the light goes out in the monster's eyes. The force that was keeping its frame aloft disappears and it crumples bonelessly into the water.
Okay. Is it sinking?
Its massive frame actually gives it a certain amount of buoyancy, so it's
Okay.
sinking, but not as quickly as it could.
Okay. I want to get over to its maw and try to open it.
Emma, quick insight check, please.
Okay. 13?
You don't know how long you have them, but there's a ghost fucking army all around you.
Yeah. Uldar, help me open the beast's mouth.
Instantly there's this swarm of ghosts, and they hack and claw and slash, and they
Yeah.
just break through the row of teeth. And eventually,
Great.
with some of the particularly large and burly kind of Viking warriors are like holding the maw open.
Great. I'm gonna take Volt and fly in.
You can see in the dark, can't you?
Yes, I can.
So you see the
Yeah.
horror show that is this
Yeah.
beast's bowels. Just
Yeah.
bodies, ships, algae, large rocks, rotting walls of muscle. The smell is incredibly awful. Roll me a perception check, please.
That is an 18.
Cool.
Plus anything? Perception? No, just 18.
Cool. Beth, roll me a d20.
Sure. 14.
Okay, good.
You see Helena's body breathing, but covered in various burn wounds as the acid
Okay.
of the creature's stomach has started to do its work.
Okay, Volt, go get her.
He swoops down and sort of positions himself kind of around her.
Yeah.
What do you want to do exactly?
Can he are his claws big enough that he could pick her up, pick up her armor?
He might pierce her.
Okay. All right. Then I will get off of Volt's back and
just hoist her onto Volt's back.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. With all my might.
As you do that, you do take 12 points of acid damage just from
Okay.
the second that you step in is this horrible burning, corroding sensation. And as you sort of grab Helena and put her onto Volt, it only gets worse. But a moment
Okay.
later, you
But
are off the ground
do it.
and you are able
Great.
to fly out of it.
Fly back out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I will fly back out of it and look for a mostly intact ship to
As you
land on?
fly, you see this blue flare rise from one of the larger caravels that are part of the
Okay.
Solanese fleet.
Okay. So I will go ahead and fly towards that.
On the deck, you find Admiral Razak covered in bruises and cuts, her arm in a sling, holding a flare gun. Some of her mind
Yeah.
flayers and some of the higher level Solanese people that you spoke to Helena on the deck. And she'll sort of go right, that seems to have done the trick. Well done.
Thank
Is Helena
you.
okay?
She's alive. She's breathing.
Good. Get her on the table. Do we have any more healing potions? And someone will rush forward with just a standard healing potion, and Razak will throw it at you and go, it's not much, but it'll get her on her feet.
Okay. Here you go. And I'll pour it down Helena's throat.
I believe that's 1d4 plus 4, Beth.
One. Okay.
Fantastic. Okay. So. Okay.
You awaken
Do you-
on the deck of the ship. Covered in burns, covered in bruises, very sore, very much stinking to the high heavens, but alive.
Yeah. You smell real bad.
Calvolt, you did it.
We did.
You feel this voice in your head as you hear you wouldn't, excuse me, you have the rings on.
Yeah, we've
Rings.
got the
So instead you will see a mind flayer kind of gesturing at you, and then Razak will go, Mr. Nkurtum is on the high deck. My associate saved him from the water. It seems that he has gone
Thank
into
you.
another one of his slumbering states.
Yeah, it's really annoying how he does that these days. But some Satus is better than no Satus.
Yes.
What were the casualties like?
We won't know for sure, at least not in terms of manpower. We lost another 8 ships, but
Ugh.
the mission is done. The creature is dead, even when it caught us by surprise. I don't think that we could have done it if the two of you hadn't made your bargain. These extra resources, she will kind of gesture at the ghosts, were instrumental. Oh.
Yeah, I just hope we don't regret it later. But I'm sure we will.
Well, fair enough. But at least now the seas will be safe without this monster knocking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Take a moment.
Okay.
Get some rest. I need to talk to my associates about what exactly we're going to do. And maybe she'll glance at the mind flayers, whether there's anything to be gained by studying this monster. Lots of work to be done, but you two have done an amazing job today. Well done.
Thank you. 3 of us. Right, buddy? And I'll just
The 4 of
pet
you with
both.
Mr. and Kurtum, actually. My apologies.
Yes, he did great too.
Yes. Thank you. If you'll excuse me, and she will kind of waft away towards a Solanese huddle. Someone will bring you some bread, some water, some, clothes to replace the, very messy, covered by underwater monstrosity goose ones that you are currently wearing. But for now,
Nice.
the seas are silent. The seas are still. There are still some boats burning. There's still some people being pulled out of the water. But the battle seems to be well and truly over.
Cal, thank you so much for saving my life. That's 2 in a row there.
Oh yeah, I mean my pleasure. I'm sorry I left you in there so long. I thought I should focus on trying to
Yeah.
break those things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't believe it worked.
You were amazing.
Oh, thanks. Oh, it was all Volt. You were great, buddy.
Volt was
Yeah.
amazing too.
Yeah, great work, buddy.
He lets
You
out a
get a
growl,
big
almost
steak.
as if saying, like, damn right, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that didn't go to plan, but you were both amazing.
Well, that's not your fault. Whew.
Do you
Well,
think we should
yeah,
see
do
if
we
King Udal is
willing to stick around for a while?
we should at least say well done.
Yeah, I guess we should.
King Uldar is standing on the water a short ways away from the boat. His men mostly seem to be still actually hacking away at the corpse of the creature.
You can probably stop now if you want.
He'll sort of look
But
up
if
at
you in-
you and kind of go like,
Uldar, thank you. You saved our lives.
It done?
We have another creature to fight, but I don't think we can press you to stay for that unless you're interested in another fight. I think this one is done.
As soon as you say the word done, he and all his men glow a brighter blue for a moment. And as that glow fades, they lose any corporeality that they had and just disappear into the air.
Well, I suppose it was too much to hope that he would stick around out of the goodness of his heart.
Yeah,
But-
maybe.
But he was a pretty cool guy in a tight spot.
Yeah, and we had to get through this fight to get to the next fight, so...
Yeah.
Carl, do you remember with the rock, after the rock was dead? Do you remember
Yeah.
what happened then?
Well, I remember when we went back to observe the body and we found the
Yeah.
the red pyramid thing
Yeah.
that spoke to us.
Yeah.
We could try to go see if there's a similar thing.
Yeah, I think if we don't do that quite quickly, the Solies will probably get there before we do. But
Yeah, I think so.
um,
Oh,
we were never quite sure about that last time, were we? About what happened with that whole pyramid thing.
no, we're not 100% sure, but it did heal us.
Yes, this was the divide, I think, last time.
Yeah.
In terms of focus.
Yes. But I don't know about you, but I used up a lot of magic on this fight. And if I could
I
get...
don't have any magic to use up, but I appreciate.
No, but you almost
How
died.
many hit points
Yes,
do you have left, Helena?
Yeah.
About 3. What?
Give or take. I think it could
Yeah.
be worth. I think it could be worth investigating.
Yeah, so do I. You know how the pyramid-y voicey thing that wasn't a voice talked about being an outsider? Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Okay, let's just go look. Fine.
How are
Okay,
we
well-
getting there, folks?
I think we're flying. I think we're taking Voltaire, so to speak.
Yeah,
Voltaire.
you are able to grab Volt and fly over to the thing's carcass,
Okay.
which has
Okay.
started to again sink into the water, but now there are some boats around it, and you see some mind flayers doing sort of what seems to be a combined telekinetic effort to hold it in place.
To hold it.
As
hold
a
it in
couple of
place.
sort of, boats that look more like the technology side of the Solinese Navy begin to examine it. No one really that you recognize is quite here, though.
Okay. Well, I think as the heroes of the day, we should be allowed to do a little investigation of our own.
Sure. Shortly after
So,
you land, a young Solinese man with glasses and what interesting hairstyle, Cal, does he have?
Ooh, I think he's got like totally shaved head, except he's got like the pompadour hair up on top.
Sure. So this
Yeah.
man will come up to you all and go, "That was a bloody good battle. Thank you so much. Is there anything that we can do for you? Anything we can bring you?"
Oh, I think we're all right for now. We were just curious to take a closer look at this thing. now
I would have
it's
thought that you'd
down.
have more than enough of a closer look.
Well, we were sort of focused on killing it.
Sure.
and-
Very good.
And specific things, but the more we can learn about these things, the better we can fight the next one.
Absolutely. I think that's exactly the right attitude to have.
Great.
Great.
Glad we agree.
We do agree.
So we're just gonna take a
Okay.
little look around if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. He does not leave.
Okay. That's what was your name?
Endro, ma'am. Specialist Endro. Here to help you with anything that you might need
Oh.
from the scientific course. So any specialized tools, any services, any any kava juice, anything at all
Yes.
that you might need.
I
Actually,
would love some coffee carver juice.
Me too.
Wonderful.
Could you get us?
He'll turn around and sort of go, "Can we get 3 cups of kava juice, please?" That should be up
Okay,
momentarily.
yep. Great.
I think we might just need a little time
Sure, take as
Yeah.
much time as you need.
alone.
Oh, that's really hard right now. There's all sorts of people. We really do need to be examining the body.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine.
Is it
Let's-
fine?
I don't know.
I think
but
it's fine.
I'm tired.
I'm tired too, and I just kind of get very, I don't know.
I'm sure that one of our other ships could provide you with ample quarters to be able to rest.
We'll get to that. But
I can't just
But-
punch him, can I? It would cause problem.
no, I don't think that would be the best course of action.
I don't know though.
I mean, well, I'm sorry. Your name one more time?
Endro, ma'am. Specialist Endro from the Science
Endro,
Corps.
Specialist. Oh, of course. I forgot. Admiral Razak was looking for you.
All right. One moment, please. And he will slightly turn around, and then you'll see his eyes grow purple. And then after that, the light will recede, and he'll turn back, and he'll sort of say, "Are you quite sure, ma'am? She says that I'm not actually needed at the moment."
Oh, I thought she said Endro, but I guess I could have been mistaken.
It happens to everyone.
Yes, I suppose it does. Helena, let's just look around.
Yeah, okay. I mean, maybe we should share our suspicions with Admiral Razak, like, in a vast scheme of things that she could take from us. I feel pretty ambivalent about whatever we're going to find anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I just, if it will heal us like the last one did, I could take that.
So where are you looking? Where are you at?
Well, I think the last one, wasn't it like
Oh, that's-
between the rocks eye? It
Yeah.
was like its third eye.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we're gonna start, or where I'm gonna start.
Roll me a perception
help.
check.
Okay. That's a 6.
Man,
Right.
this is a big smelly beast.
Big smelly beast.
A BSB, if you will.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try and look, because I'm very sort of steeped in the knowledge of it being a big smelly beast at this
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I feel like
Helena
got a
really
certain-
knows the ins and outs of this
Yeah.
creature.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I got a 12.
With a 12, I think that's probably enough to detect based on sort of knowing where the thing was with the rock, to detect the slight hint of something glowing blue beneath the creature's skin. And it seems to be in an area where no one is looking yet, but you suspect it would only be a matter of time before somebody else noticed it.
Okay.
Should
You
we-
really want this cow, don't you? And you don't think there's another way of kind of healing magic and stuff?
Well, I don't know, but it worked last time.
It did, but it also said it could take the stuff back, and it is
It's true.
a big question
That
mark.
was, if I remember correctly, Maeve that kind of made that point.
You are extremely right. It was Maeve.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was Maeve. I still have some serious thoughts about this.
I am not saying that it is wrong to have those doubts, but just so that
I
we
know.
remember where the
Yes, Maeve said stuff can be taken back if it's given. Okay.
I mean, listen, I don't know how long we should stay here. I think,
Grab it and go.
yeah.
Okay.
So we kind of try to excavate the thing.
Sure. Fascinating point. Where's Satus?
He's on the deck of another ship, isn't he?
Yeah. Okay, just the thing to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
We're not like teleporting.
Okay.
We're not using the scroll.
Look,
yet.
you said
Yeah.
grab it and go, and I was just like, let's make sure that we.
I think
We're on
grab
the
it
same-
and go from
I
this-
see.
Yeah, I
Got
think
it. Got it.
what I meant was
Yeah.
let's not flag up the area where this thing is for
Yes.
eons
Yes.
of time.
Okay.
But it's also worth reminding ourselves that we have that possibility of getting out of here
Yes.
if things go
Yeah.
tits up, and we can only do that if we're all together, which we're not.
Another
Yes.
young man will show up and bring you sort of 2 cups of carva juice, which is a third one of which he hands to Specialist Endro.
Great.
Yeah,
Oh,
doesn't
thank
that
you.
taste wonderful?
So good.
Yes,
You know-
absolutely.
Andro, I
Yes,
was
ma'am.
wondering, what kind of work do you do? And I'm gonna try to like turn him away from
all sorts of work, ma'am.
Helena. Yeah.
See,
yeah.
my specialism
about it,
is
yeah.
in
And I'm gonna try and
arcanobiology
discreetly
and blah blah blah
wrench
blah 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 blah
thing
blah.
out
But see, well,
with
my
my
dissertation
sword
work has been
and with
this.
some sleight of hand.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah,
Do I need to
me
roll
a
deception?
No,
Yeah.
I think no, I don't. I think that this man is extremely presupposed to believe you.
Okay. Okay.
Roll me a stealth check, Beth.
Okay. I get, oddly, a 21.
Dang. All right.
Beautiful.
So, what exactly are you doing?
I am
Uh-huh.
sneakily
Yeah.
and discreetly
Sure.
using my sword to gouge this thing out of this beast's face. What?
I think that the way to sort of like do it is that you make it look like you're trying to pry a scale loose as a trophy, and in fact you maybe pry like a couple of scales and make a show of like examining them and
That's a good
discarding
idea.
them.
Very
I bet
good.
Maeve would like
Very
those anyway. Good to
Yeah.
keep for later.
Oh,
But
yeah,
then you
absolutely.
are able to indeed find a glowing blue pyramid this time that was embedded into this thing's head. And you are able to grab it. And the second that you do, you're just filled with that feeling of my friend who I haven't seen in years has just walked in, and I am so overjoyed to see them.
Hey, friend, how you doing?
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, but like discreetly.
Yeah. But like super great.
You get the same feeling that you do when you are standing in a kitchen watching a kettle boil or waiting for a kettle to boil, but you've been waiting for the entire day or the entire month. Like, it is sort of this like interminable process of waiting. And see, what's really fascinating is that when you compare the study of the natural underwater creatures of the Sapphire Bay to the study of the underwater creatures of, Lethanta Bay, then you have this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah.
Cal, I'm gonna go check on Satus now.
Oh, that's a good idea. Did you got a couple scales for?
Yeah, for Maeve.
Yeah. Oh,
And
good.
maybe for Ecoli, because I think we promised her a fang or a claw or something. I do not think we made good on it. And you know how I feel about making
she'll
good on
love
things.
that. If there's one thing I know about Helena Hellstorm, she keeps a promise.
So let's go see Satus, or when you're ready. I don't want to rush this chat. I could go and you could catch me
I
up.
mean, as I'd love to talk more about this later, but I think we should go check on our friend.
Actually, if it would be possible, I'd love the experience of flying in a dragon as a studier of arcanobiology. That would be an extremely prized experience for me.
Maybe later, but he's just learned to fly, and he's only comfortable with the two of us.
A little bit beaten up, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I see. Very good.
So maybe after we've had a night's rest and things have calmed down a little bit.
All right, wonderful. Well, certainly we'll have plenty of time on the boat trip back to Soliana.
Yep.
That's the next stop, is it?
Now that the threat has been dealt with, I think that we are going back to HQ.
You don't think there's maybe another threat?
I don't think that it's one. This man's accent has completely vanished. I don't think that I don't think that it's one that a fleet can do much good with, ma'am. My understanding is that it was fairly inland.
Land-based. You are not wrong. Well, it's been nice meeting you.
I look forward to talking further, ma'am. Pleasure. Thank you again for the battle.
Oh, our pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay, Volt. Yes?
Cal, right now, I'm sort of thinking maybe we get back to Satus pronto, and maybe it's time to...
skedaddle?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm inclined to agree. I think we held up our end of the bargain, and I think we should get out of here as soon as we can.
So we got to get to that other ship first?
Yeah, so we gotta find Satus.
You make it back to the other ship where there's still a couple of mind flayers and some of the higher brass milling around. You find Satus, who has been laid out in kind of this like little cot that has been set up on the deck, along with some other injured soldiers from that ship that are being tended to by the medical staff.
Great. And you got the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Still not feeling great about it. But
well, I can't totally blame you for that. But what do we think? Do we need to? Is there anything else we need to resolve here, or should we just head back to?
I'm kind of like the idea of just leaving. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's an argument for not doing that, but I'm kind of pretty on board with my line of thinking, which is let's just leave.
Yeah. I think I'm on board with that. Okay.
Should we just leave?
Yeah.
We've
The
got.
word of recall spell says 5 willing creatures. We're going to say that Satus has previously given his willingness.
Yes, he has. Yes.
I think
Haven't
so.
we established that he like gave us power of attorney?
Basically,
essentially?
yeah, magical power of
Yeah.
attorney.
To some extent, I think, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think let's
Get out of here, Thelma.
let's get out of here. And I think didn't we decide we'd go back to like the temple of the night
We
star?
did.
That is exactly where you set up the sanctuary component of the word of recall spell. So that is
Okay,
where
great. That
you
is where
can
we-
go back.
Okay. Well, I think that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, so you pull out the
This-
probably very waterlogged scroll of word of recall.
Yeah. Well, I never got dropped in the water.
Holy smokes! I guess you didn't.
Yeah.
I think I
Well,
did not.
you
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
it's slightly acid logged then, I guess.
Yeah.
like
I
there-
did go inside the creature.
Look,
but,
I think that it's like the SeaWorld thing that is like you will get wet, you may get soaked. Maybe you didn't get soaked, but you definitely got wet. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not that wet.
All right, so your word of recalling.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you take out the scroll, you look at it. Let me just check on something real fast. And you are halfway through the incantation when the scroll is hit by a red beam that knocks it out of your hands. And as it lands on the deck of the ship, having been hit by a counter spell, it bursts into a puff of fire and disappears. And you will and as you turn, you will see Admiral Razak going, "If you don't mind, I think that there's still a couple of conversations for us to have before we part ways."
Fine.
And I think
It's
that
not like the world's supposed to end in 5 days or anything.
it did just cross into 5, yes.
Yeah.
For all of you calendar fans out there.
yeah.
And that is where we are going to leave it today on 20 to
Awesome.
midnight.
Awesome. I knew it couldn't be that easy.
Yeah, we were so
Yeah.
hesitant about it, thinking we can't be getting away, can we?
Yeah. We're
No,
like,
we cannot.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
cannot.
No, indeed we cannot.
Uh,
Well,
But you guys did a lot today.
we did.
did.
We took down a Leviathan thing.
yeah,
Leviathan Kraken creature.
absolutely.
Well, we couldn't have done it without the support of our patrons.
Exactly. Thank you very
Exactly.
much to all
Thank
our
you
patrons.
Very much
very
so.
much to all our patrons, especially to Rena, who is
Yay.
at our highest level. I'm just checking to see if we have any new. Any new. It does not look like we have any new patrons. But we've got a lot of subscribers on Twitch, so thank you so much for everyone who's subscribed on Twitch and everyone who is subscribed on YouTube. Which, if you're not
Yes.
subscribed on YouTube, it's free, and
And it really
please do
helps
it.
us.
It really helps us.
It really
Thank
does, and it's
you.
creeping up and ever closer. So please do.
Oh, we're getting
subscribe.
there. We're getting there.
Ever closer to that vaunted 1,000 subscriber mark.
Yes. We'll get there.
But for now, this has been 20 to Midnight, performed by Beth, Eyre as Helena Hellstorm, Emma Sherr-Ziarko as Calstoga Vance, and gloriously Mike Schubert as Satus and Curtum. It
Yay.
is Dungeon Mastered and
Yay.
Adventure designed by me, Gabriel Urbina. It features wonderful original art by Mikaela Buckley and terrific original music by Alan Rohde. It has sound effects sourced from soundsnap.com. And we're going to be back very soon to see how these guys get out of this one.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll see.
But for now, thank you all. Have a good day. Have a good night. And we'll see you all soon.